In this video, I am going to talk about factorial rule when there are identical items. There are n items of which k are identical, l are identical, m are identical, and so on. Then the number of ways of arranging them in a row is given by this formula. So on top, we put factorial of total number of items, and on denominator here, we put factorial of number of each identical item. So let's look at this example here. Here we need to find how many ways can we arrange the letters in the word foods. That is F-O-O-D-S, foods. So here some of the items like letter O are identical. So in this word there are two O's. So these two O's will be the same when we do arrangements. So there will be less number of arrangements. In this case, number of arrangements is given by n factorial over number of identical elements. So if we have n1 identical elements, then we do n1 factorial. And if we have n2 identical elements, then we do n2 factorial, and so on. So here n is 5, so we have 5 factorial over 2 factorial. Because we have 5 letters in word foods, and 2 factorial because there are 2 letter O's that are identical. So we can have different rearrangements of this letter in 5 factorial over 2 factorial many ways. Now let's try to solve this. So basically 5 factorial is product of numbers from 1 to 5. So which becomes 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 over 2 factorial is product of numbers from 1 to 2. So that is 1 times 2. So here we can cancel out 1 and 2. So now we are left with 3 times 4 times 5. So times 4 times 5 is 60. Therefore, so we can have different rearrangements of this letter, that is F-O-O-D-S, foods, in 60 many ways. So let me show you how to get this 5 factorial over 2 factorial in a calculator. Punch in 5, then punch in math, then use this arrow key to select probability. Then use this arrow key to go to number 4, then hit enter. So now you are dividing 5 factorial by 2 factorial. So then type in divide, then again type in 2, then go to math. Then you'll do the same thing like what you did for 5 factorial, then select probability, then go to number 4, then hit enter. Then hit enter. So that gives 60 as well. So now let's look at this example. How many ways we can arrange the letters in the word success. So there are 7 letters. So we will have 7 factorial on the numerator. So let me put that down here. Now let's look at the identical letters. So there are 2 C's. So we'll put 2 factorial in the denominator. And there are 3 S's. So on the denominator, it would be 2 factorial times 3 factorial. So 7 factorial is product of numbers from 1 to 7. So that is 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 times 6 times 7. And 2 factorial is product of numbers from 1 to 2. So that means 1 times 2. And we also have 3 factorial. So that would be 3 factorial would be product of numbers from 1 to 3. So that is 1 times 2 times 3. So we can cancel some numbers out from numerator and denominator. So those are 1 cancels 1, 2, 2. Then we have 3, 3. Okay. So let's write down what we are left with the numerator and the denominator. So we have 4 times 5 times 6 times 7 on the numerator. And we have 1 times 2 in the denominator. So here this whole thing is equal to 420. So I'll just write that over here. So let me show you how to do this in a calculator. So here we need to find, let me move that over here so that we can see this part. So here we need to find 7 factorial over 2 factorial times 3 factorial. So for that, type 7, then go to math, then go to probability, then come down to number 4, then hit enter, then type in divide, then put parentheses since there are 2 numbers in the denominator, so that's why put parentheses there. So let's start with 2 first. Then we need 2 factorial. So type in 2, then go to math, then go to probability, then go to number 4, then hit enter. Now punch in times, then because then we need 3 factorial. So type in 3, then go to math, go to probability, then go to number 4, then hit enter. So now close your parentheses, then hit enter. So that gives us 420. So here we can arrange the letters in the word success in 420 many ways. So let's look at another example. So here we need to find out how many ways we can arrange the letters in the word Mississippi. So if we rearrange these words, we can come up with different combinations. Here some words are identical. So if we look at this word Mississippi, there are 11 letters. Since we have 11 letters, we will have 11 factorial on the numerator. So let me put that down here, 11 factorial. Now let's look at the identical words. So there are 4 S's. Okay, so we will put 4 factorial down here on the denominator. Then we have how many I's? 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 I's. So then we will put 4 factorial in the denominator. And we have 2 P's. So we'll put 2 factorial in the denominator. Basically for the denominator, we have 4 factorial times 4 factorial times 2 factorial. So using my calculator, for 11 factorial, I got 399,168,0,0. And for the denominator, 4 factorial is 24 times, so 4 factorial is 24 times 2 factorial is 2. So this comes out to be 3, 4, 6, 5, 0. So let me show you how to do this in a TI calculator. So here we are trying to find 11 factorial divided by 4 factorial times 4 factorial times 2 factorial. So let's type in 11, then go to math, then go to probability, then come down to number 4, hit enter, then put your divide, Put your parentheses, then type 4 since we need factorial. Go to math, go to a probability, then come down to number 4, then hit enter. So we need times, 4 times 4, go to math, go to probability, come down to number 4, hit enter. Then times, we need 2 factorial, so type in 2, then go to math, go to probability, come down to 4, then hit enter. Then close your parentheses, then hit enter. So this gave me 34650. So that's what we have here. So we can arrange the letters in the word Mississippi in this many ways. Thank you for watching. We hope this video was helpful. Please like and subscribe our channel. We will be bringing more and more videos on variety of topics.